What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Wasim, and welcome to another well-awaited episode of What's Up, Wasim? What's up, y'all? For those of y'all who are new here, What's Up, Wasim is a podcast centered around growth. But not growth in the way that you would normally think about it. Yes, growth within ourselves, but growth in your friendships, relationships, growth in the community, growth in every aspect of the world, because there's always room to grow. I don't know about y'all, but sometimes I look at the grown folks that I know and I'm like, how did you end up here? Like they literally be like 40 with the mind of a 20-year-old. Well, the reason that they ended up like this is because they were once our age and they were dealing with the same trials and tribulations that we deal with today, but they didn't choose the right things to further their growth. They chose things that hindered their growth or kept them at the same place. And I believe that conversations is one of the best ways to grow. So hopefully What's Up, Wasim serves as a catalyst to create growth. Hopefully my stories within myself help you guys grow. Hopefully my vulnerableness will help you guys grow. And hopefully I can grow from this as well. So yeah, I know I'm doing a lot of yapping. For those of y'all who are like been here, been supporting me, what's up, y'all? Like, I love y'all so much. My goal this year is to really grow What's Up, Wasim. Like that, if I could just grow this podcast to where I can monetize off of it, even if it's not millions of dollars, just enough to keep my head above water, I would, like, that would be amazing. That would be like my goal of all goals. So pray for me, y'all. Hopefully this can occur. But until then, I'ma just yap to y'all for free. So I know y'all probably thinking, girl, what's the topic today? Well, the topic is going to be, hold on, what's the topic? Well, the topic is how the baddie aesthetic that is being pushed towards Black women is really causing our detriment. I know what y'all are thinking, but a baddie is a good thing. And yeah, I guess it could be perceived that way, but I think a lot of the tropes that come with it and a lot of the messages that are being pushed to us as Black women, for our future is going to cause our demise. So I'm not gonna yap too much longer. Let's get into my opinions. Being a Black girl is not a monolith, okay? Especially going to HBCU, I know, first of all, as a Black girl, I know, but going to a HBCU, I know that there is many different Black girls. You have the suburban Black girl, the artsy Black girl, the emo Black girl, the nerdy Black girl. There's so many different types of Black girls, but I don't feel as though those Black girls get the shine as much as the baddie trope. Okay, and I really do believe that the things associated with being a baddie, or the things that we have associated with being a baddie, although they may be fun in time now, although those things may be enjoyable now, I don't think that they're gonna help us towards our future. One of the things associated with being a baddie that I think is very detrimental to our futures is the fighting trope, okay? Being a fighter, not letting nobody play with you. And yes, it may be entertaining for TV, but first of all, TV isn't forever. Let's just get into that. In the real world, fighting all the time is only gonna lead you to one thing, and that is jail, okay? I'm not gonna lie. I grew up watching Bad Girls Club, and one of my biggest goals was to be on Bad Girls Club because I was a little feisty, I had an attitude, and I thought everybody was gonna love my personality. So I think that a lot of things that was pushed on us is fighting. Like, you can't let nobody play with you. You don't let nobody play with you. Don't let nobody be in your face. You know, pop them before they even get close to you. And obviously, I'm not telling y'all not to defend yourselves, because if somebody even get an inch up close to me, I'm just playing, let me stop. Obviously, in high school was cool. I don't know about y'all. I'm from Orlando, Florida, okay? And the fights were funny. The fights were entertaining. And if you won that fight, you got all the accolades, right? But you weren't going to jail because you were a minor. Nowadays, if you pull up to go fight, you're going to jail. You're going to jail. And that doesn't make you soft for not wanting to fight. That's another thing. Like, I hate that it's pushed that if you don't want to fight, you're soft. Because I just kind of feel like, what does fighting do? Yes, you're proving that you're big and strong and somewhat masculine, but does that prove anything that's gonna help you win in life? Unless you want to be a boxer, you being big, strong, and quick with your hands isn't really gonna help you succeed in life. What's gonna help you succeed in life is being articulate, having conflict resolution skills, and also just being intelligent and making those connections. If you're all constantly fighting and you constantly have an attitude and you're very abrasive, it may be hard for people to want to make those connections with you because they're going to feel uncomfortable, and they're not going to feel comfortable expressing their opinions, and they're not going to feel comfortable expressing their critiques. critiques. And one thing that I've learned as getting older is that critiques is the best thing that you can come. I wish y'all critique me more in the comments. I wish y'all could tell me things that I can do better because I want to be successful. And when you know what you're doing wrong, you can change them. And when you're not someone who takes critiques well, you're going to continue to do the same thing over and over again. And that's how you end up 40 years old still acting like you're 20, because you didn't handle the critiques. Either somebody didn't tell you, hey, what you're doing is wrong, or they told you, hey, what you're doing is wrong, but you thought you knew better and continued to do it. So I don't believe that fighting really is going to help any of us in the future. I wish that we learned how to communicate ourselves in a way that I could say, hey, I don't like that you did this. And somebody else could say, hey, I don't like that you did this. And you can either agree to disagree or be like, okay, yeah, I could have done better. But fighting doesn't really solve anything. All it does is get out the anger that you have deep inside yourself, and you're going to fight, get that anger out. And then what? And then on the flip side, what if you lose? Like, I'm sorry, maybe I'm unrealistic, okay? I don't think that listen, have I been in a fight? No. Do I think I could whoop a trick? Yes. Do I think I could whoop everybody? Freak no. And I'm not gonna lie, as I got older, I'm like, I don't even want to put myself in a position to sit up here and get beat on. Like, and even let's say you won the fight. What am I gonna do with my hair? I don't want my hair to get messed up. I pay all this money for this hair. Speaking of, shout out to my girl, Cambria's Collections. Okay, this video is sponsored by Cambria's Collections, y'all. Would y'all believe me if I told you this is a V-part wig? Yes, you can do a side part with the V-part wig. You can do anything with this V-part wig. This V-part wig is in the texture kinky curly, and I love, love, love it because I don't have to put as much heat on my hair as I would if it was straight. For those of you who don't know, I got a 27 piece because I was frying, dying, and laying to the side my hair, and now my part from my leave out is about this long. Okay, so I'm trying to grow it out, so I'm getting into V parts, and this is a side part. But the other day I did a flip over, which was real tea, and yeah, it's very, very convenient. I personally like to braid my hair up at night because it kind of gives me that crinkle effect and helps me to blend my hair. But right now I didn't have time, so I just crimped it, and then I sprayed it with water to get like the natural curl pattern out a little bit. But if I had time, I would have braided it at night and gave it a T look. But yes, I'm not paying $300 for my 30-inch kinky curly V-part wig, and I'm not paying $60 for my nails and $80, $90 for my lashes for it to get tore up fighting a girl over what? Something that isn't gonna matter in a couple months. It's not gonna matter in a couple days. Like, half the stuff that we are willing to fight about or going to fight about will be resolved on its own. It doesn't take, me beating that person up isn't gonna change them. How many times have you seen a girl get beat up and she still be running her mouth? Like, that's not gonna help nothing but just getting your anger out temporarily. I believe that those problems that you have when somebody's trying you are really blessings from God, lessons from God, and they're opportunities for you to be able to take negativity, take problems, and learn how to get through them. Because one thing about problems, one thing about conflict, it's forever gonna come. I don't care if you surround yourself with the most positive people in the world and the most positive environments in the world, this still is the world. So there's going to be conflict, there's going to be problems. And one thing about it also that I learned is that you don't just change off of just, I'm waking up, I'm gonna change. Today, I'm never gonna be this person again. No, you change by being put in the same exact situations and training yourself to do better. So I do believe that being a fighter, not letting nobody play with you, is really very damaging to us because that is not cute. And then just being real and transparent. Yes, the dope boys like it. Yes, the ghetto boys like it. But do you really want to be with a ghetto boy? Do you really want to be with a dope boy for longevity? No. Them boys may be cool now. The type of men who like girls who's always fighting, they might be cool now because they got that fast money, but they going to end up in jail. They may not have any careers. And the realty is a real man with real money doesn't want a liability. And if you're somebody who cannot control your emotions, that's exactly what you are. So yeah, I do believe that the baddie trope of fighting and not letting nobody play with you, yeah, it's good for entertainment, but in the real world, it's not good. And you have to watch what you're watching and watch what you're listening to. It says that in the Bible. You gotta protect your eye gates and your ear gates because they're windows to your soul. So if you're constantly watching people fight whenever they're getting tried, or if you grew up in an environment where you saw everybody fighting whenever they got tried, you're going to subconsciously adopt that behavior. So you have to watch what you watch, and you have to go through the hard times, because I know it's gonna be hard. When that girl try you and call you everything but a child of God, it's gonna be 10 times harder not to slap her across the face, because that's the easy thing to do. But the hard thing is often the good thing, guys. So take that as food for thought. Also, when it comes to things like television, yeah, those girls are getting paid for fighting, but 9 times out of 10, one thing I learned about fast money is it comes as fast as it goes. And longevity wise, them girls aren't going to be able. Now, granted, yes, there's going to be outliers. That's one thing about it. There's going to be outliers. Camila fought on television and then she ended up going to do another show. Megan is now doing podcasts. There's going to be outliers, but majority of those girls didn't end up having successful, TV careers. So you're going to do all of that embarrassment and then you're going to be a liability. A company that is going to want to hire you is not going to hire you because they're going to see you fighting left and right and be like, yeah, no, I don't think she's a good addition to our team. And then what you're gonna do? Yeah, you got a couple $1,000s from doing that show, but that can only go so far, y'all. It's not gonna last you forever. I don't believe that people should just be fighting. I believe that you should work on yourself. You should learn how to have conflict resolution skills. You should learn how to control yourself because that's what's gonna get you far, not your hands. Unless you wanna be Mike Tyson or you wanna be Ronda Rousey or whatever, then fight it up, boo, and get your money in. But 9 times out of 10, you're not trying to do that. So another reason that I believe that the baddie attitude is very negative to our Black women is the over-sexualization of yourself. I know what y'all thinking. Why seeing you got your titties out? And yes, y'all, it's hard. Listen, that's one thing I'm gonna tell y'all about me, okay? I am speaking at y'all, but I'm speaking with us, okay? I understand it, and this is something that I'm trying to learn. Am I there yet? No. I just told y'all if a girl sit up here and try me, I'm gonna wanna slap her. But these are the things that I'm gonna try to tell myself so that I don't engage in these things, okay? But anyways, like I said, I think the over-sexualization of ourselves is very damaging. And I do know this stems from slavery and racism and this, that, and the third. And it also stems from us naturally being curvaceous women. Okay, I can't help it that my waist is small, this booty is plump, and everything's sitting up and it's right tight and whatever. I can't help that. But it doesn't mean that we constantly have to show it, okay? I understand wanting to be sexy. Like I said, I have this little cleavage going and I'm feeling like I got a little 1 too. Whole time I got a negative 1 too. I don't got no type of chest area. But it's when it becomes too much. It's when it becomes all the time. It's when all of your outfits are accentuating your body. Because one thing about it, if you know you got it, you're not gonna constantly wanna show it. That's just my opinion. Like, you know how Adam Sandler got like a whole bunch of money, but he still wears regular stuff? But the dudes on the street who sit up here and they're hood dudes and they really don't even have enough money to pay their rent, but they gonna flex their little cash that they got every other day because they don't really have it and they're trying to prove it. So I say all that to say, I think sometimes as Black women, we have to adopt a millionaire mindset, meaning we don't have to show y'all this body. You know this body T. I don't have to constantly show it. Now, when I want to show it, I'm going to show it. I'm going to come out with a bang. Thank you. But every outfit, I don't have to show and accentuate my shape and my figure and this, that, and the third. Because honestly, it does attract lust. When you're constantly showing your body and constantly advertising things, although you may have the best personality in the world, that's not what a man is going to approach you for. And one thing I learned about men is what they're approaching for and their intention behind meeting you or getting to know you is so important. Like a man needs to have the right intention when he's approaching you. So if a man's intention is lustful when approaching you may have the best personality in the world, but he may not get to it because his mind's stuck in lust mode. And obviously, men shouldn't be lustful. It talks about that in the Bible. But I'm a firm believer that sometimes you have to protect yourself. Yes, in a perfect world, we should be able to wear whatever we want to wear, and a man should sit up here and be able to control himself. That's what it says in the Bible. But the truth is, that's not what's occurring. And I know that I'm in a world where I want to be loved, and I want somebody to get to know my personality. So if I have to cover up my boobs for a little bit so that somebody can get to know me, that's fine. I don't really see the problem. And like I said, if I want to wear it out a little bit more, that's cool too. And if somebody sits up here and doesn't want to get to know the real me because I have a nice shape, then jokes on them. I don't need to be with them anyways. But I do want to put myself in the best position. So I'm not going to advertise certain things about myself all the time. And I think sometimes as the baddie, we feel like we have to prove something. I got to prove that I'm better than everybody else. And that's another thing I also think that comes with the baddie mindset is jealousy. I think that we are often in competition. Being a baddie means you got to be the baddest. But the truth of the matter is nobody's the baddest, and everybody got somebody who's better or badder than them. And I think that mindset can grow insecurity without us even knowing it. Because when you're in silent competitions with others, although you may be putting them down, you're going to eventually put yourself down too. And I think it's important not to do that. I think that you don't have to be the baddest. I don't have to be the baddest. I've started to like stray my mindset away from being the baddest. I don't have to be the baddest. I just want to be sweet, pure, have a good heart, have a sweet soul, because one day I'm going to be 50. I could have all the facelifts in the world. I could have all the surgery in the world to keep my body right. But one day I'm going to be 70, 80, 90, and nobody's going to care about the butt I had. Nobody's going to care about, how good I looked, because it's not going to show. But what's going to be everlasting is my heart. What's going to be everlasting is the lives that I impacted. And I think you got to start on that now. I think sometimes as women and as baddies, we focus too much on our outside. We focus too much on making sure our outside is good without focusing on the thing that really matters, and that's going to be with us for the rest of our life, and that's our heart. And I really wish that more young women got that, because I run into so many beautiful, beautiful girls and their heart posture is nasty. They're greedful, they're prideful. And although those things may get them far right now, in the long run, it's going to be very damaging, guys. And that's one thing that I learned as a Christian. And obviously, everybody don't got to be a Christian, but I'm a Christian. So I'm going to say certain things, but I don't want anybody to ever feel like I'm pushing certain things. But these are just things that I learned, and I think that they can be applied everywhere. But good things don't come fast. You get what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, the thing that gives you a quick relief, that quick pleasure, long term is gonna kill you. And the thing that is gonna be good for you, it usually sucks at first. You know what I mean? So I say that to say, growing within yourself and not focusing on your looks. Yeah, you may not get the rich guy right now, but the rich guy right now is just gonna have sex with you, throw you some money and throw you away, and that's gonna cause a whole bunch of insecurities and blah, blah, blah. Or, you may miss out on this, or you may miss out on that, but in the long run, you're gonna be able to grow yourself inside. You're gonna be able to grow, be kind, be patient, be all the fruits of the spirit that's really gonna help you in the future. And does that mean that you're gonna have a beautiful life with no trials and tribulations because you're a good person? Freak no. People may use you, people may abuse you, but at least you know that you did your part in the world, and you never know what impact that you have on somebody's life. So I do believe that the baddie aesthetic, as far as overly sexualizing ourselves and always having an outfit on that shows our body and always having things on that show what we look out on the outside, is really doing a disservice to us for our inside. And I also think that it's going to attract men who only like us for our outside. And that's not going to create a good relationship with yourself, because then you're going to only value what you look like on the outside. And when you get old and wrinkly and not as beautiful, you're not going to feel as confident. But yeah, ladies, I definitely believe that constantly focusing on our outer appearance and being overly sexual. And let's just talk about this. The lashes, the hair. And I know y'all like, Wasim, I'm seeing you right now. How are you telling me this? And I'm telling you this because I'm dealing with it. You don't think that I'm insecure when I don't got my hair done? You don't think that I'm insecure when I don't have lashes, when I don't have makeup and I see these acne scars? You don't think that I'm insecure about my body? You don't think that I'm dealing with these things? You don't think I'm dealing with these things? And like I said, this may not be for y'all. It's for me. This may not be for y'all, this is for me, but I know that the things that I'm feeding into, yeah, it makes me feel beautiful right now. Like right now I'm in front of y'all, I feel so beautiful. But when I take this off and I gotta deal with my natural hair and I gotta deal with my lash and no face, no case and my acne scars and look in the mirror and see my body certain times, I may not always feel beautiful. And that's just the God honest truth. So I think the baddie aesthetic gives us a false sense of beauty. And that's in turn gonna turn us insecure. That's just my opinion. Y'all don't gotta agree. This is how I feel about myself. There's gonna be some women who sit here and listen to this and be like, dang, that's so real. Like, I relate. And there's gonna be some women like, girl, I don't even know what she's talking about. And if you one of those people who don't know what I'm talking about, kudos to you. But yeah, it's also draining us financially. You know what I mean? You know how much money Black women spend on hair and lashes? Black people in general are have the highest dollar. We spending money left and right, left and right, left and right. I know some people who got kids and their kids look raggedy, don't got no clothes, but their hair and lashes always done. Like, we gotta have priorities. Their kids always the flyest at school, but they don't got no college fund. You get what I'm saying? So to me, I just kind of feel like our mindset is very skewed. Like, how are you paying for this and paying for that and making sure that you look good, but your kids ain't good? Your kids ain't got no type of education. Your kids don't got no college fund. And let's say your kids, I just feel like, I'm sorry. I'm going slightly off topic, but I just really want to drive this point home that focusing on our outer appearance is really not doing us no good. And I feel like it goes back to the, way back in the day, because, older people always used to say, you gotta look good and feel presentable and look sophisticated. And I do believe that is true, but I think we kind of distorted it. Because you can look good with your natural hair. You just got to love yourself. And it's going to be hard. Shoot, I'm still learning that myself, especially with my 27 piece, okay? But hopefully, this wig from Kimbria's Collections, you feel me, grow my 27 piece out. And you feel me, I can wear my natural hair more. Overall, being a lady gets you way further, okay? It helps you grow as a woman, helps you gain conflict resolution skills, and helps you protect yourself against danger. Because as good as a fighter you are, and as crazy as you think you are, you may end up hitting your head and becoming paralyzed, and your face might be messed up, getting scraped in the face, because fights are scripted. And as much as you might think, I'm finna go and whoop this girl can have a knife and kill you. Didn't y'all see that one girl who was a business owner, and she owned a business, and she went to go fight a girl and ended up dead? Like, y'all always think it's not gonna happen until it happens to y'all. Like, you can't just sit up here and live life and be like, yeah, I'm gonna fight and do this, because that may be the end of your life. I don't wanna fight nobody, because again, I don't want my hair messed up, I don't want my lash messed up, and again, I could think I'm as crazy as I wanna be, but there's always somebody crazy who don't care about nothing. And now your face scratched up, you got scars on your face. Now you dead, worst case scenario. We shouldn't put ourselves in that situation, ladies. And I know you're probably like, what are you looking at? Sometimes I have notes because I got ADHD. I think the things that we are taught are cool are killing us from the inside out. And we judge whitewashed black girls and make fun of them when they don't fit the narrative of being black, when that very thing that we want them to be would not be beneficial to them. And we begin to envy the things that could advance us because we begin to love our chains. As black women, we have to set ourselves free instead of using those chains that are holding us back as necklaces, okay? That's it, that's all. You feel me? That's my What's Up Wasim episode. If you stay to the end, I love y'all. Thank you guys so much, because I just yapped it up. And whatever you think about this, please let me know y'all comments. Let me know if you think I'm dead wrong. Let me know if you think I'm just doing terrible. I said a whole bunch of hoopla. Let me know if you guys agree with me. Share your personal stories. But most of all, like and subscribe so I can push this thing out and hopefully one day just make money off What's Up Wasim. And beyond just making money off What's Up Wasim, I can impact young people and they can listen to these things that I'm saying and hopefully learn something from me, because I had to touch the stove. So hopefully y'all don't have to touch the stove for me. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and play my theme music. What's up, what's up?
Yeah, I'm young and super turned. Can't no one do it like Wasim. Get in the booth and turn it up. I go so hard cause it's my dream. I say what I truly feel, don't gotta ask me what I mean. I'm so lit and been popping, my man done nicknamed me Levine. Get on the mic and talk that real, I have you thinking out your head. I'm the realest in the city, that ain't just me, that's what they said. Steady writing down